They say the scariest monsters aren't the ones hiding under your bed, but the ones sitting at the family table. Imagine a father so afraid of his own children that he devoured them whole. That's not a nightmare. That's the story of Kronos, the Titan King. This is a tale of fear, power, betrayal, and one of the darkest acts in mythology. But here's the thing. What could drive a father to such madness? And why did this act shape the destiny of gods and men forever? Stay with me, because today we're unraveling the twisted legacy of Kronos, the father who ate his children. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe. It only takes a second, and it helps us keep bringing you stories that shake the very ground beneath history and myth. Let's begin. The world before the gods was not peaceful. It was chaos, raw and endless. Out of this chaos came Gaia, Mother Earth, and Uranus, Father Sky. Together, they gave birth to the Titans, immense beings of unimaginable power. Among them was Kronos, the youngest yet the most ambitious. Picture it, towering mountains, endless seas, the sky stretching infinitely above. This was the cradle of the Titans, but even paradise had shadows. Uranus, fearing his children's power, imprisoned them deep within Gaia's womb. Imagine the pain of a mother who carries her children but never sees them breathe. Gaia's anger grew, and in whispered vengeance, she turned to Kronos. "Take this sickle," she urged him. "Free your brothers and sisters. End Uranus' reign." Kronos hesitated. He looked at the sharp curve of the blade, at his trembling hands. Could a son really rise against his father? But the cries of his siblings echoed from the abyss, and Gaia's rage thundered through him. With one decisive strike, he castrated Uranus, spilling both blood and destiny across the earth. That moment sealed his place as king of the Titans. Kronos had overthrown his father, but he also inherited something darker, a prophecy. "You too will be betrayed by your child," Uranus cursed with his final breath. Those words haunted Kronos. Like a shadow that never left him, the prophecy clung to his mind. Every laugh, every cry of his children reminded him that his downfall was already written. So when Kronos took his sister Rhea as his queen, and they bore their first child, the joy of birth turned into a nightmare. The baby, Hestia, barely opened her eyes before Kronos snatched her from Rhea's arms. The mother screamed, "No! She is ours!" But Kronos, consumed by terror, swallowed the infant whole. Imagine the horror. A king seated on his throne, devouring his newborn as if it were nothing more than a piece of bread. Rhea's cries filled the halls, but Kronos silenced them with cold determination. Child after child followed. Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon. Each time, Rhea's hope flickered. Each time, it was crushed. Kronos swallowed them, one by one. Rhea's palace became a place of mourning. She sat in the silence of empty cradles, her heart breaking anew. "What kind of father fears his children so much?" she whispered. But Kronos could not escape the curse that gnawed at him. In his mind, he heard Uranus's voice again and again. One day, your child will end you. Fear can twist even the strongest, and Kronos, though king of the Titans, was shackled to his terror. But Rhea, she would not remain silent forever. When she bore her sixth child, Zeus, she could no longer endure. She devised a plan. On a stormy night, when the cries of the newborn echoed against the mountains, Rhea wrapped a stone in swaddling clothes. With trembling hands, she handed it to Kronos. The Titan king, blinded by fear, swallowed it whole. He never noticed the trick. Far away in the hidden caves of Crete, the infant Zeus was raised in secret. Nymphs nursed him, and the goat Amalthea fed him with her milk. Warriors known as the Curetes clashed their spears against shields to cover his cries. Every moment was a risk. If Kronos discovered the deception, the boy's fate would be sealed. But Zeus grew. He listened to the stories of his siblings, trapped in darkness within their father's stomach. He felt their pain as if it were his own, and deep within, a fire of vengeance burned. Years later, when Zeus had become a man, he confronted Kronos, not with blind rage, but with cunning. Disguised, he entered his father's court. He offered Kronos a drink, poisoned with an emetic potion. Kronos, unsuspecting, took it. Moments later, he gagged, writhed, and vomited. Out came Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, and Poseidon. Alive, grown, yet scarred by their imprisonment. The siblings embraced Zeus, their long-lost brother, and together they turned their eyes on their tyrant father. This was the turning point. The prophecy was no longer just words. It was flesh, blood, and fury. The war that followed, known as the Titanomachy, shook the very foundations of the cosmos. For 10 years, Titans and Olympians clashed. Imagine mountains hurled like stones, seas boiling with rage, the earth itself trembling under the weight of their battle. Kronos led the Titans with brutal force, but the Olympians, guided by Zeus, fought with something stronger: unity and purpose. At last, the tide turned. Zeus, with thunderbolts forged in the heart of the storm, struck his father down. The prophecy was fulfilled. Kronos was cast into Tartarus, chained in the deepest pit of the underworld, his reign forever broken. And the children he once devoured, they became the rulers of the cosmos. Hades took the underworld, Poseidon the seas, Zeus the skies. From fear and betrayal rose a new order. But here's the haunting truth. Kronos wasn't just a monster. He was also a mirror of human fear, of losing power, of being replaced, of watching your own legacy destroy you. His story isn't only about gods, it's about us. How often do we let fear control us? How often do we destroy the very things we love just to protect ourselves? Kronos swallowed his children because he believed fate was unchangeable. But in doing so, he created the very destiny he tried to avoid. That is the tragedy of Kronos. He was not born cruel. He was made cruel by prophecy, by fear, by his own choices. And his downfall teaches us something timeless. No power lasts forever. No throne is eternal. and no fear can ever stop what is meant to be. So the next time you hear thunder in the distance, remember, it isn't just a storm. It's the echo of a son who rose against the father who ate his children. And that's the story of Kronos. Subscribe now and join us as we uncover more myths that continue to shape the way we see the world.